Okay, so we're back and ready to dive in, right? Today, it's all about upping that LinkedIn game.
Always a good goal, I think.
For sure. And, you listeners sent in this super interesting piece all about, how to write content that really pops on LinkedIn. And, it gave us a ton to think about for today.
A lot to unpack there.
Definitely. So we're going to break it down, pull out those golden nuggets of strategy. The stuff you can actually use to write a LinkedIn article that people actually want to read.
The kind that gets noticed.
Exactly. So first thing that jumped out at me, just skimming through this, was it said day 11 right at the top.
Interesting.
Yeah. Are you on some kind of secret mission to, conquer the professional world one day at a time? No judgment here. We've all been there.
We've all had those moments.
Totally.
Yeah.
But okay, enough of that. Let's get down to business. This source, it really hammered on the whole thought leadership thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the name of the game these days.
All right. So what about you? I'm kind of curious. What are some topics that you're really passionate about or where you've got unique insights?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think for me, it's all about, not just sharing information, but really positioning yourself as that go-to expert. And LinkedIn, it's like the perfect stage for that,
Totally. And this checklist, they've included some really juicy points here, like ethics of gene editing.
Ooh, that's a hot one.
Yeah, that could spark some serious debate.
Yeah.
But then right after, it's bam, 1,200 to 1,500 words.
Okay, that's a bit of a jump.
I know, right? But don't worry, we're going to figure out how to make every single word count.
We'll make them work for it.
For sure. Oh, and this one really jumped out at me. It said, engage with commenters within 24 hours. Why is that so important?
That's all about the LinkedIn algorithm. When you respond quickly, it's like you're telling LinkedIn, hey, this content's hot. People are digging it. Show it to more people.
Oh, so it's the faster you are, the more people see it.
Exactly. Think of it like a party. The more people mingling early on, the more buzz it generates.
I like that. So early engagement equals more eyeballs on your stuff.
You got it.
Okay, makes sense. And speaking of good content, they also mentioned reputable sources. Pretty important these days, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. We're bombarded with information all the time. It's like drinking from a fire hose. It's tough to figure out what's legit and what's, not.
Yeah, for real.
So you got to be discerning. Think like a journalist, Fact check everything. Look into the author, their background, and if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Solid advice. Okay, so let's talk first impressions. In the LinkedIn world, that means a killer headline and opening paragraph.
100%. You got to hook them right away. Your headline, think of it as a movie trailer. Needs to grab attention, make people want to click and see what's next.
And then that first paragraph.
That's your opening scene, setting the stage, pulling them into the story.
I'm starting to get the picture here. They also mentioned reaching out to, other thought leaders, which makes sense, right?
Absolutely. That's where networking comes in. Don't be shy. Reach out to people you admire, get their take on things, start a conversation.
So it's not just about what you know, it's who you know, kind of.
Kind of, but it's more than that. Collaboration, it adds this layer of credibility to your content and it expands your network, your reach, all of that.
Yeah, it's like teamwork makes the dream work, LinkedIn edition.
Exactly.
Okay, there was this one thing that kind of threw me. They mentioned this BRAVE framework. And honestly, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, the BRAVE framework. It's a really interesting approach to personal branding.
Okay, break it down for me.
So BRAVE, it stands for building relationships, articulating value, validating expertise, and engaging authentically.
Okay, so it's all about connecting with people, showing what you bring to the table, and just being real, right?
Right. By focusing on those things, you create a personal brand that really resonates. It sets you apart from everyone else.
Makes sense. Learn more about the BRAVE framework is going straight on my to-do list.
Good call.
Now, last step on this checklist, it's all about monitoring performance. So beyond just, counting likes and comments, what should we be paying attention to?
See, that's where the data gets really interesting. It's not just vanity metrics. You got to look at views, shares, who's commenting, all of it. It tells you what your audience is responding to, what they want more of.
So you can tailor your content to what actually works.
Exactly. Data is your friend. Use it to refine your strategy, get even better results next time.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. Finding your niche, building that network, using data to improve. If you had to pick just one thing for our listener to focus on when they're writing their next LinkedIn article, what would it be?
That's a tough one. But I think ultimately it's about bringing your own unique voice and expertise to the table. don't be afraid to share your perspective, even if it's different from the mainstream. That's what makes you a thought leader, you know? That's what makes you stand out.
Awesome advice.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for this deep dive, but keep those insights coming. We'll keep digging deeper right here next time.
Looking forward to it.